What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from August 7th, 2019. They were at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Your commentators were Mauro Renaro, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix. And this was your WWE NXT TakeOver Toronto Go Home Show edition for this NXT show. Now let's just talk about the show, which I'm going to get to right now. So here we go. The opening show was NXT General Manager William Regal in the ring for this contract signing for the NXT Tag Team Championship that's going to be taking place at TakeOver Toronto, Ontario, Canada. TakeOver Toronto 2, basically. In a way, it is kind of part 2 because they were at Toronto before. But anyways, which was back in 2016. So he first introduced the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits. They came out They were dancing, and they wanted Rodrigo to dance, but Rodrigo did not want to dance. The fans wanted him to dance, but Rodrigo's trying to get everything, try to move up upon business and everything. Easy for me to say. But Rodrigo announced, to introduce the, Undisputed Era. But then, we had, the Street Profits decided to do the introduction instead. And I don't remember how they said it. Basically, they said the guys that the Street Profits are gonna whip their ass at TakeOver Toronto. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Undisputed Era, and all that. They came out. I guess they'll try to make us laugh and everything from that one. I'm like, okay, come on, can we get this over with already? So, and all of a sudden, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they started basically on Bobby Fish. I think he tried he basically was telling a joke, because Street Profits think they got jokes and everything. So the Undisputed Era tried to go have a joke of their own, and they say something about them being tag champions is funny. I was saying something like that. I see myself. Okay, I'm not laughing at this. I'm like, it's supposed to make me laugh because it didn't work. So Kyle O'Reilly told them that they're jokes and everything because the way they, always dancing and everything, blah blah blah. And then that's when the Street Profits starts turning up here. Montez Ford, says to Fish and O'Reilly have done a lot in NXT tag titles, takeovers, and they have beaten a lot of tag teams. And then Dawkins says that they might be the best tag team ever in NXT. And the Ford basically says that to get some Ember up, and said that what makes them think that losing is an option. No, wait. He says, this is Ford saying this. He basically gets amped up. That's Montez Ford was doing. And he was getting amped up too, by the way. Very basically showing how much of how serious he could be taken on the mic and everything, and pertains to being serious. And basically getting amped up by saying that what makes them think that losing is an option for Ford and Dawkins, and they said the only option is winning, and he kept saying winning. And Dawkins, he says to the Street Profits, he said that the Street Profits are going to beat that ass, and that is undisputed, and that's when they signed the contracts and everything, and it's official. So there you go. Sorry, it was a little rough for me to get through it, but I got through it then. This sold me on. This match could be a good match, and this could be one of the matches that could be a sleeper, where this match could be, and it can be a great match once we get to it. Will it be a great match? We'll see. I believe this could be a great match, especially when it pertains to Undisputed Era will be the ones carrying the match. But we'll see how it turns out though. And I think they're gonna have Street Profits be shine like $1,000,000 in this match. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out for Takeover. Okay, video package of Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong, and the Velveteen Dream for the NXT North American Championship. That's going to be taking place at Takeover, Toronto. That whole build up and everything. But I skipped it because it's just gonna be the same video package I'm gonna be seeing on the show for Takeover this coming Saturday. There's no need for me to watch this on here on this NXT show. And I get it. It's part of the go home show. It's part to hype you up on to see this match when it comes on Saturday. But at the same time, it's gonna show again, just hype you up again. So I'll need to be hyped up again where it pertains to that. So same thing with this one. The a video package of NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim. I skipped that too. Cause it's obviously gonna be the same one that's gonna be shown from this show. That's gonna be shown on Takeover. So. All right, then we get to this the next match here on. I mean, we get to the first match on NXT. I meant to say on this Takeover show, and that's Shane Thorne versus Wakun Weil. I think that's how they pronounced it. I thought it was it was John Kun Weil, but instead it's Wankun Weil. I think again I'm assuming that's how they pronounced it in a way. Basically, formerly known as DJZ, Zima Ion. So they're having this match, and it's been a pretty solid match. And in the end, it was Shane Thorne getting the win with a big running knee to the head. I'm assuming it was the same knee that he had surgery on, which I'm assuming that was the knee that he used to get the win on Drunken Weil. Waquan Weil. I think it was Waquan Weil. I'm trying to remember how they pronounced it, but that's how they pronounced his name now. Represents to DJZ, formerly known as DJZ. But Shane Thorne wins. Good. Let's see where we're released to now. Then we get to a view package of Io Shirai versus Candice Ray for that whole feud, and ask it to 2. Same thing with the pertains to the other video packages that they show earlier. It's going to be the same thing that they show on Takeover. So what's the point of watching it? In my opinion, what's the point of me watching it? NXT does a tribute, basically the same tribute that NXT UK did for Hardy Race, because of his passing. He was 76 years old, and there you go, folks. I already talk about the death of Hardy Race on NXT UK, and also what pertains to him being one of these greatest professional wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. Back in his old days, because he's one of those old school wrestlers. So, an 8-time NWA World Champion, and rightfully deserving, rightfully so. There's no one. There will never be no one like a Hardy Race. So, once again, rest in peace to Hardy Race, and there you go. All right, then we get to Matt Riddle versus Killian Dane. That was scheduled to be next. Matt Riddle comes out. He's giving fists to his fans. Out of nowhere, Killian Dane attacks him from the sidelines with a crossbody, and then he beats up on Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is near the ring steps at this point. We get officials coming out to break it up, and then Killian Dane was walking away, only to go after him again with a cannonball, which he overshot it onto Matt Riddle, and he looked like he hurt himself too, by the way. But he didn't show any pain. But the match never happened though. It never took place because Killian Dane blindsided Matt Riddle. So there you go. All right. Then we get a video package of NXT Breakout Tournament, which I watched fully because those are good highlights to this show on this one. What pertains to the to those that were wrestling in this tournament, and then it's going to lead, and then the finals will lead to Jordan Miles versus Cameron Grimes, which will take place at next week's NXT show, which is going to be the NXT after TakeOver Toronto. So in a way, I was kind of wrong. I thought they was going to do it on this show, but they decided to save it for next week's show instead. Instead of not doing it on TakeOver, they're going to do it after TakeOver. Okay. Oh yeah. Kathy Kelly, she interviews Breeze Dongo. Breeze Dongo basically tells, Breeze that Todd Breeze tells Fandango where he's been, and then Fandango is like, he's been too deep. And I said, what he means by that. And he said, and then also he starts talking about, we need a new makeover. This whole fashion police thing that we've been doing to everyone else. They should be doing to themselves too, because they need to do a new makeover here. So we'll find out what's going to be the new makeover next week. Pertains to Tyler Breeze, and Fandango versus the Forgotten Sons, and we'll find out how that makeover is going to look next week. And finally, to end the show, they did a video package of the NXT champion Adam Cole, baby, versus Johnny Gargano for this 2 out of 3 falls match, which again is called a three Stitches of Hell, because the first fall is going to be a street fight, then the second fall is going to be a regular one-on-one match, a regular wrestling match, and then the third fall will be chosen by Roman Regal, which has been announced on this show. So I'm assuming he's probably going to announce it on TakeOver. Now I don't know if he's going to. Now here's the thing, and I probably could talk more about this on my preview, but I don't know if he's going to make an announcement before the match, or he's going to announce it when the third fall comes around. But I digress. But again, I'll probably talk more about that when we get to the preview. So we'll see. But yeah, but this was the video package of this show. I skipped through it a little bit. I did see Seth Rollins there talking to Johnny Gargano, and I was in my mind saying, "Fuck Seth Rollins." I also saw Finn Balor there too. Pertains to Gargano talking to Finn Balor, and I saw Kevin Owens talking about Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole. That's basically all I saw there, because I kept skipping ahead because the part shows again at TakeOver, so there was no point for me to watching this anyways. But this is this is the go home segment for TakeOver Toronto, where they're selling on the main event for for you to go home to watch this main event between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. And the way they're putting this over too is it's making it as a big deal, to make it on the final time ever these guys are going to wrestle each other for the NXT Championship to end the feud. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, there you go. That was the show. Talking about wrestling for NXT for this Go Home Show edition. For the WWE promotion, the show from August 7, 2019. One match, because the other match never happened because Kenny Dane decided to take out Matt Riddle. So there was only one match on only. But at the same time, it was not about the wrestling. It wasn't about the wrestling on the show. It was all about hyping up TakeOver Toronto. That's what it was all about. So there you go. So yeah, that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. For It's Natural. Oh yeah, I forgot my overall rating for the show. I'm gonna go 5 out of 10. It was an alright show, but at the same time, I was at least expect excuse me, if I could spit it out, I was at least expecting some wrestling matches. Either 2 or 3. I meant to say. All we had was 1, so that's why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't a terrible show, but at the same time, it wasn't nothing to watch here. Anyways, so you could if you could skip this on the show, you wouldn't miss anything. So, but that being said, folks, thank you for watching. For It's Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this is your WWE NXT review. Until next time, take care.